There is a lot to talk about today on this channel regarding Boruto episode 65. Now, everybody and their mama talking about this on Twitter because this episode was crispy. The fighting choreography was on point, the animation was on point, the art style was on point, everything was just like perfecto, man. This one episode kicked the whole movie's ass in one go. In one go. And let me tell you this, okay? I'm not saying this as a fan. I'm saying this as just the viewer. You could tell that was just all nothing but love, passion, and hard work put into this. I loved every bit of the episode. And while I'm gonna go and talk about each little part that I loved, I wanted to just say, to those of you guys that are fans of the show, don't try to like push people away because they once hated on the show and now they like it. You know what I'm saying? You should be welcoming to those people that want to give Boruto a shot now that they saw this Beast episode. Now, granted, if they're the type of people that only want to see flashy fights, then they're not worth like even arguing about. I've noticed a lot of Boruto fans get upset when quote-unquote Boruto haters like an episode of Boruto because they feel they're being hypocritical. You gotta realize, man, people are gonna hate something, but they can appreciate an episode of that thing they hate. If anything, they're being objective about it instead of being hypocritical or subjective. But anyways, I'm gonna just go and talk about the episode. Let me just start by saying that when Momoshiki showed us his power, he almost seemed invincible, okay? He took care of Kurotsuchi, Darui, Gara, and then he took care of Chojuro like it was nothing, okay? I'm talking about like this. And obviously Naruto got his ass beat too, but he got up. He dusted off that ass beating he got. And Sasuke just, I loved it, by the way. I love what they did here. They got up and they're like, hey, yo, it's almost like you're a different person altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because of how powerful he is. And then they just smile and go at this man, knowing that he's super powerful now. And that gave me a lot of joy. That gave me a lot of joy because you could sense like, okay, these guys know he's powerful, but they also understand that they can beat him. And that's something that you don't really see often in like anime. You don't see a character get up. I mean, granted, the main character usually always gets up, especially in shows like this. But you never see a character just be like so confident that like they just don't care about how powerful the villain is. Usually when you see confidence in a main character, obviously Naruto's not the main character of Boruto no more, but he did play a big role here. And it's like when you see somebody be that confident, you're like, okay, he got something up his sleeve. In other animes, when you see confidence, usually the villain kind of beats him up to the point where they're a little less confident. Yeah, they're like, okay, wait, this guy's a little too powerful, man. I didn't know he was gonna be this powerful. But I love the way they did it. In Sasuke, a lot of people converted to the Sasuke faith. That's all I gotta say. A lot of people that were not Sasuke fans before this episode became fans of him after this because he showcased an incredible amount of finesse with that Rinnegan of his. When Momoshiki tried to chain him up with the red chains and he switched places with Momoshiki, I was laughing my ass off. It was that funny. And it was cool. You know what I'm saying? You get impressed by it, but you can't help but laugh at the fact that this man played himself. You can play people to play themselves with the Rinnegan. It's a beautiful thing. And then obviously Naruto did go ham when he went KCM mode. He did, or Biju mode rather. He did go ham, right? Like you could actually tell this man was being serious once he went and used his Nine Tails Chakra mode. I really did like that. Momoshiki almost looked like he had no chance when these guys went together and attacked him. It was crazy. I've never seen an anime character, and I said this on Twitter, I've never seen an anime character get their ass beat in such a magnificent way. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an ass beating, but it was such a work of art that you just have to sit back and be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You smoke a cigar, you sit back, and you just enjoy the fact that that's there. It's like a nice show. I love that, man. I can't even say there's any episode that tops this one. This is by far the best episode of Boruto. Now, just talk about a few other things here, and let me just sit up here. Let me sit up. Just talk about a few other things here. Katasuke, you can tell something was off with him. He showed up. He gave Momoshiki extra power by accident. In trying to like finish him off, he actually gave him more power because he used a scientific ninja tool to throw jutsu at him. He absorbed it. You can tell that the moment Momoshiki got defeated, you had Katasuki kind of snap out of something. Okay, now I'm not gonna talk about exactly what happened with him and you know how that's gonna play into the manga because we're not there yet. It wouldn't be fair for me to spoil you guys on anything. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna let you guys know that matters. That has some remnants of importance later down the line. Then the other thing I wanted to also mention was just the idea of Boruto, right? How they used Boruto in this episode. It was pretty nice because everybody, the five Kage and Sasuke included, were in a big predicament, and Boruto ended up being like the one key, right? The salvation to the whole situation. I like what they did there, where they showcased the Rasengan again, the vanishing Rasengan, and how it played this major part in saving the Kage's life. I do like that. The other thing though that they did is like they paid homage to the characters that helped Naruto get to where he's at today, right? They showed Jiraiya, they showed Neji, they showed Minato and Kushina. They also showed Hinata from, if you guys remember Hinata from the last movie, when she had like the bridal gown and all that stuff. I love the way they did it. And I don't know if Boruto actually saw Kid Naruto and all of the people that helped him, because there was a little bit of a vision of Kid Naruto with all of the people from the part 1 show behind him, kind of supporting him. I don't know if Boruto saw that, but it did. It was beautiful. Like, it's something that just looks very pretty. It's something that emotionally connects with you. It resonates with you as a viewer. I love that 100%. Now, overall, like, the movie. Let's talk about the movie. How does the movie fare against the entirety of the anime that took place in the same timeline as the movie? The movie can suck a dick. I'm sorry for the language, sir, but the movie can suck a dick. The movie has nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing. Just this one episode alone beat the shit out the movie, man. I don't know the names, but I believe one of the names of the animators is Cheng-Si Huan or something like that. He's one of the dudes that you can easily recognize his work in Boruto. Like if you see Naruto versus Nu, and now on this fight, you know, he has a lot of other things on his, obviously on his resume, but I've seen a lot of fights, I've seen a lot of things, a lot of work from him, and you can definitely see there's a lot of love put into those animations, bro. When he animates something, that shit goes hard. I don't know if you guys saw the Naruto vs. Nu fight. Like I said, there's a certain sequence where Boruto does like shadow clones, and you see them running on top of the Nu, and it's incredible. They also had an animator that actually worked on the Castlevania series, and that man got called in to work on that episode as well. There's a lot of talented people that worked on this, is what I'm trying to say. And it was just such a big, passionate project. It felt like this one episode was this big project made out of love and passion. And man, I'm telling you, I'm just so amazed that they did all this. But, you know, let's just move in to talk about the next episode. We had a preview for the next episode, which, you know, is going to be the aftermath of the movie. We're going to have Boruto kind of reveal what his ninja way is. And essentially, the big topic here that the next episode is going to hit is that this is Boruto's story. This is not Naruto's story. This is not Sasuke's stories. This is Boruto's story. And after that, what we're going to get is we're going to get filler, okay? We're going to be getting the skinny Chocho filler, which, you know, I don't know how interested you're going to be. But essentially what they're going to do is they're going to show you the aftermath of the fight with Momoshiki, and you're gonna get a little hint of what Momoshiki meant right before he, he died. What he told Boruto, because by the way, I like the way they used Boruto's Jougan at the end, the little eye that he had. I like how they used that at the end, and I'm interested in seeing more about that because obviously at some point in time that's gonna play a role. And in next week's episode, Sasuke and Boruto talk about, you know, the aftermath. I don't want to spoil it for the people that haven't seen the manga. That's the problem, and I'm trying to find ways to go get around it. But anyways, you know, just going back to the Jougan stuff real quick. If you guys didn't notice, Sasuke was able to see what was going on. Like they hinted at that pretty heavily on, you know, when Boruto and Momoshiki were talking to each other on that other dimension, and Momoshiki told Boruto that his eyes were gonna take everything away from him. If in case you guys didn't notice, Sasuke saw all of that. So Sasuke will at some point talk about that, and it's gonna be very interesting to see. Okay, but you know what? Overall, man, the episode was A1. I'm talking about from start to finish. It was just a beautiful thing. Okay. Overall, man, I'm gonna give this episode an 11 out of 10. Thank you for the people that worked and put a lot of effort into this, because you don't see this often in the Boruto series. You don't see this on every episode. So just seeing that they put all this work, they brought other animators into this just so they can make sure this fight was epic. I love it, man. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was my review. I know I kind of just talked a lot. I know that I went over a lot of things and I repeated myself a lot. I'm sorry. It's just, it was very exciting for me. You know, like this is literally the best episode of Boruto I've seen. It really blew me back, and just talking about it was very exciting for me. But anyways, guys, peace.